Harry and Meghan Markle's surrogacy scandal has entered the mainstream media domain. Meghan Markle told the world she was a fraud. Perhaps we should have all listened.
Yes, I can totally see them manipulating things to suit their own agenda. And this goes back to the idea that Harry and Meghan, I think Buckingham Palace gave them way too much leeway.
Meghan is using everything for publicity and not really truly there. We know how she treats her family and friends.
And then they put out pictures of Lilibet, but it doesn't. You see her half covered, right. But what you all see is Meghan. So it's all about Meghan again.
Meghan entered this world like it was a Hollywood set, assuming she could rewrite the script, center herself in every scene, and edit out anything that didn't fit her narrative.
Buckingham Palace is being pressured to remove Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet from the UK's royal line of succession until the Duchess provides absolute proof that she popped out both babies herself.
The world of the British royal family is currently in the grip of a storm that could change history forever. The surrogacy scandal involving Harry and Meghan Markle has officially entered the mainstream media and is far more explosive than anyone imagined. For years, whispers about the authenticity of Meghan's pregnancies were dismissed as internet conspiracy theories. But now, the walls of Buckingham Palace are no longer silent. Insiders suggest that Meghan Markle may have staged one of the most elaborate productions in royal history. This isn't just about gossip. It's about the very foundation of the British monarchy. Reports are circulating that the palace is being pressured to remove Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet from the line of succession until absolute, undeniable proof is provided. Imagine the gravity of this. DNA tests for royal children. It sounds like a Hollywood script, but for King Charles III and the royal inner circle, it has become a necessary pursuit for truth. The public is demanding transparency. Why were there strange inconsistencies in Meghan's appearance? Why did her baby bump seem to shift and change shape in ways that defied biology? High-resolution Getty images, once thought to be simple photographs, are now being analyzed by experts who point out anomalies that are hard to ignore. The confident stride and stilettos during the third trimester, the effortless movements that most expectant mothers find impossible. All these details are being dragged back into the light. This is no longer a private family matter. It is a crisis of trust. If the narrative was manipulated, if the public was given a polished version of events that didn't match reality, then the institution of the monarchy itself is at risk. The line of succession is built on blood and birth. Any shadow of doubt, there's a strike at the heart of the crown. The pressure isn't just coming from the public. It's coming from deep within the palace walls. The era of never complain, never explain is being tested like never before. The controversy deepens as we look at the clinical and legal side of these royal births. Typically, a royal birth is a meticulously documented event. There are signatures from royal physicians, formal delivery reports, and a clear paper trail that satisfies both the public and the law. However, in the case of Archie and Lilibet, insiders claim there's a shocking lack of traditional documentation. No hospital sign-offs, no official delivery certificates signed by the royal medical team, and a level of secrecy that borders on the suspicious. Why were royal doctors, some of the best in the world, not allowed to examine Meghan? In a system where lineage is everything, bypassing these protocols isn't just a personal choice. It's a red flag. The palace machinery was reportedly left scrambling, unable to control the narrative because Harry and Meghan were operating under their own rules. The timing of the announcements was equally bizarre. Reports of Meghan being in labor were released hours after the child had allegedly already been born. This level of clandestine behavior has led many to believe there was a complete cover-up. Even the Markle family has been vocal, with Meghan's own father being kept at a distance, perhaps to prevent any disruption to the carefully crafted story she told Harry. The tension is palpable. Prince William is said to be deeply frustrated, viewing this as a direct threat to the long-term stability and image of the crown. Princess Anne, known for her no-nonsense attitude, reportedly sees the situation as deeply damaging. The monarchy doesn't survive on celebrity. It survives on heritage and legitimacy. If that legitimacy is questioned, the entire structure begins to wobble. We are seeing a clash between a modern desire for total privacy and a 1,000-year-old institution that demands public accountability. As King Charles III moves toward a more streamlined monarchy, the presence of Archie and Lilibet in the line of succession remains a burning question. The king is caught in a heartbreaking position, torn between his love for his son and his duty to the crown. However, the calls for transparency are growing too loud to ignore. A senior palace aide reportedly stated that if the Duke and Duchess of Sussex don't clear this up, the institution will. This is a final warning. Silence is no longer being interpreted as a request for privacy. It is being seen as avoidance. The public trust is slipping, and once that trust is gone, it is nearly impossible to rebuild. If DNA tests were conducted and the results match the official narrative, the storm might finally calm. But the mere fact that such a measure is being discussed shows how far the relationship has fractured. People are re-watching old clips, pointing out the moonbump moments, and analyzing every frame of footage for clues. The internet is filled with side-by-side comparisons and slow-motion breakdowns that feel more like a forensic investigation than gossip. What could have been a beautiful story of modernizing the royals has turned into a global debate about honesty. The monarchy's future depends on clarity. Legacy is not built on uncertainty. It is built on the truth. Whether Meghan and Harry choose to break their silence or continue their path of secrecy, one thing is certain. The world is watching, and the truth will eventually come to light. The throne cannot sit on a foundation of doubt. This saga is far from over, and its conclusion will determine the very fate of the House of Windsor